Hi, my name is David, and I want to talk about what I truly got out of life design and how this project to me was more than just the guitar. Before I get into my project, I wanted to talk a little about me and my family. My family has always been musically inclined. We listen, play, sing, the whole thing. Growing up being surrounded by music definitely shaped who I am today, and music is and always will be a major part of my life. As a kid, as you can see, my dad played the guitar, and my sister grew up loving to sing. They would perform live, and my sister became very good performing for audiences. Um, and my mom is more of a listener than a player, and I would keep the instruments I played private to myself, but never really joining my dad and sister. I'm not sure why, but it was really their thing to play together. In the past, I've played the drum set, piano, and bass guitar. These were interests that were definitely there, but not long lasting. For the drums, I played for a good year and learned a lot, but over time, I lost interest and playing just wasn't as enjoyable. Piano was similar but shorter, and after a few months of learning notes and like two songs, I lost interest and I bailed out on them after learning the basics, and I don't really know why. This past summer, though, I picked up the electric guitar for the first time, my dad's 20-year-old Stratocaster Fender. Something about the electric guitar just hit me differently than the other instruments I played in the past. At the start, I spent the summer focused on vacation and other hobbies. I was not consistent at all, but enjoyed it the most out of my hobbies when I was alone inside. I chose to take LDL this year just because it is a requirement for a program called STEM that I'm a part of. Going into this course blind when the year started and being introduced to Life Design Lab, I learned about the different paths my project could take. I thought that the electric guitar would be a great choice for my project, and I didn't know how right I was making that choice. Specifically, I wanted a project where I could gain overall improvement and comfort with my skills on the guitar. That fit into the mastery and efficiency category of the life design course. In the long run, as well, fitting into the self help category. This project became the best choice I could have made and was clueless about that when I first decided. I started this year thinking of making a song. I've never tried to do anything like that, but I thought that this course required a genuine challenge and like end goal that you had to achieve. Um, I made that end goal something very difficult. Over time, I was realizing how much comfort with an instrument was needed to do so, and I spent the first semester familiarizing myself with the instrument. This included learning chords by using tabs and YouTube videos, and I ended the semester with really just the basics down and not much more. These chords were chords such as A, C, D, and G. And then the songs I worked on were Freaks, Out Getting Ribs, and some others by Current Joys. Before starting this, I always noticed I could not focus on things as much as others could. Keeping something consistent never really clicked for me. I enjoyed the instruments I played before, but for some reason that interest would always fade. I would stick with it for a while and then just stop. But with playing the electric guitar, I felt natural with it in my hands and felt a connection instead of just doing something. As I kept playing, I started to feel a sense of ease that I never got from something before. Not because it became easy, but because I was getting more familiar and improving without noticing it. That made me just naturally gravitate towards playing and want to keep going and getting better, which I never really got from anything else. I started to just pick it up and play without thinking rather than forcing myself to do something, which is how I am with most other tasks. There were times when if I was overwhelmed or I had a bad day, I would just think about being able to go home and play the guitar and like clear everything out. One song recently I've spent my time learning, which isn't the happiest song, but playing it was peaceful, and I feel in like a different world when playing. This is some of the song. all of this I did not expect at all. I thought this project would just be about learning an instrument, but it ended up giving me something I could rely on to get through my hard days. And overall, this project was so much more than I thought it was going to be when I started.